Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday afternoon, February 24th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and SPY. So we have a lot to talk about. We're going to do all the charts for our three indices, but a couple of things to talk about first. So number one, today we had a lot of strange intraday moves this week recently. And a lot of it is being attributed to these same-day options expirations, which traders are trying to gain an advantage of. At some point, that should be combated by the other side. I would think so, because these moves have been strange, to say the least. How we've gone, there's been no continuity, no continuation when we push down, then they rip up, then they give it up. I mean, look at today. Today's another perfect example. We push down, we gap lower, fill the gap, take out the IB low, but then we go and take out the IB high, and we actually attempt to go trend late in the day and then give it all up again. So if that's what's going on, at some point that should be combated the other way by these so-called market makers. What that has done, though, is created an incredible amount of intraday volatility and emotional trading. So today was the 37th trading day of the year. We've had 20 gaps, 10 upside, 10 downside. Only 3 have held. That's number one. Here's another fascinating thing, at least to me. 37 trading days. This was the 24th day out of 37. We've attempted to have a trend day up. Only 7 have held. We've tried to add 15 trend days down. Only 5 have held. So you're not going to get much more emotional than that with 20 gaps in 37 days. 24 attempts at a trend days up in 37 days. It's just amazing. So again, a lot of this has to do with probably these same day expirations. So we have to adjust to it like anything else. Coming behind the screen and everything, you always have to constantly adjust to it. Okay? The bears are in control on the weekly and daily without a doubt. The monthly is up, but it's a very ugly, not ugly, but it's a poor finish by the bulls, considering we're only about $3 off the monthly low. And the inside month up, which was so promising early in the month, failed miserably. So that's to keep in mind. I had a good day today. Nothing but shorts, except one long, which I lost on. I would have made on it if I held it, I guess, in L. But I lost on it. So my first trade of the day was actually a loss in A period. I took a short. My profile's actually a little funky here, so I don't want to lose it. I took a short when we got below the opening. I thought we were going to go get the overnight low. Went back above the opening, I took it off for a small loss. But then when we got back down again, I took another one, this one a 2 lot, and I got 7 points out of it. So did very well on that. Then in B period, with the one-time framing down, the ebb and flow trade to me was nothing but short. So I shorted 4 lots in B period. Did nothing in C. In D period, I did take a short right around. We had stopped the one-time. When did I take it? It was above the one-time frame. It was above C's high. It was around the opening to 144. I'm like, let's see if we hold it. We got above it, took it off for a couple of point loss. Then in G, I thought we were going to go back and, initially I was looking for a long in G period at value low. But then I said to the room, I might as well take a short to go get to it. So I did take the short at 60, did well on a 3 lot, but then I never took the long in G or H. Nobody's fault but my own. Okay? Because we obviously, from G and H's low, grinded right back up. So that was one that was totally on me. I took a short and high against value high that I made money on initially. Same in J period. Then the one long I did take on the day was an L at, I think, 82.50. I thought we'd get some more extension. That's when we had the single prints that failed in K. Once the single prints filled, I just took it off for a loss, a 4-point loss on a 1 lot. And then in M period, I took a short when we broke L, 2 lot to go get the POC. So it turned out to be a very good day and a good week. We are going to have to adjust, though, to how these short-term traders are moving the market with these options. Now, just quickly, NQ just missed a perfect POC, 12 wide out of 13. Okay, they go out. They just took out the IB low. Righty ends 11 wide. They only took out the IB high. And for us, my thing is profile sticking here. So there we go. And for us, we end 10 wide. And we took out both the both the IB low and the IB high. As far as destinations in SPY, today's upside of 397.25, 402.20 daily high, and 404.16, which is now a weekly high. Downside, 395.40, 10 wide, that's B's high. Afternoon pullback low in H of 394.29, and today's low is a monthly low of 393.64. Now, even though H's low wasn't that far from the day's low, I did it for two reasons. The range wasn't that big, so I used it. But also, there was an incredible amount of absorption being done early in the day in these 4 time frames. Now, the other day we had that at a certain level. I said, is it long-term buying? Well, I can tell you one thing. I don't know if it is. But again, sellers had every opportunity to push. Now, no doubt we had we had the 50 level, 39.50, and the 200 was around here in ES. SPY never got, by the way, the other weekly low or those other set of single prints that ES did. And they never tested the 200. They were still above it. So it could be a combination of that level being held, but also there was a tremendous amount of absorbing going on. So I'll be interested to see what happens going forward. ES, on the downside, 65.50, 10 wide, B's high. Afternoon pullback low of 54 in G, and today's monthly low of 47.50. For the upside, we have today's high of 84. I am carrying forward the overnight POC that we didn't get of 16 wide at 14.50. And you should have all the other ones to the upside. Now let's have some fun breaking down these charts after this week. Thank you so much for the likes and subscribing. I was very fortunate. I had about 7 people join my room this week. So we are continuing to grow. Again, for $30 a month. Come check us out for 2-3 months to see what we're all about. I think you're going to find, if you trade the ES or even the other ones, that we offer a lot of value in this trading room as we try to educate and inform you. So, and thanks for the likes and subscribing to this channel. All right. Now, again, I use the ETFs charts because I think they're a lot cleaner than the indexes charts. IWM is in balance on the monthly to me. Some people will call it up. I have no problem with that. I wanted to see them get acceptance above August's high. They never even got August high. So to me, it's just still balanced. You want to call it up, that's fine. The weekly, after a double inside week, is down. So the weekly is now down, firmly down. And the daily is also down, out of a 3-day balance to the downside. Remember, both Righty and NQ ended with outside day up yesterday. Boy, oh boy, if anybody went home long because of that, they got destroyed this morning. They are below their 20 and above their 50. So the monthly is, to me, balanced. The weekly is down. The daily is down in IWM and Righty. NQ and Qs. Monthly is up. They did take out that high in September. So that was my balance high there. They're up on the monthly. Ugly close to the month, right? It was an inside month, so it's an ugly close, but it's still up. Look at that reverse hammer. Not too positive. Weekly. Now, the weekly is interesting. The weekly was a double inside week down, so you got paid pretty nice. But look at this. Did they take out this weekly low? 289.89? They did not. I would call the weekly in NQ and Qs for now balance. I mean, look, you can certainly call it down. We came out of a double inside week to the downside. But I was really using this week's high and low as the real balance. So what does that mean? It means if we make a new low next week, we should certainly go and finally take out this weekly low, and I would absolutely be down in the weekly. But for now, I'm going to give them their due and say it's still balanced. or down or balanced to down, but not firmly down. So the monthly is up in the NQ. The weekly I'm going to call balance for now, and the daily is certainly down out of a 3-day balance. They are below the 20, above the 200, and the 50. And now let's go to ES and SPY. So ES is up on the monthly, although that inside month up was an absolute disgrace after the first couple of days of the month as we closed $3 off our lows. Does that necessarily mean we're going to take out the monthly low because we're $3 closer off of it? Of course not. However, if we do, the monthly goes from up to firmly a 5-month balance and including March, if we take out this monthly low. For now, the monthly is up. They better get some good goal line defense, the bulls. Weekly, this was my balance low, not this. So the weekly on for SPY and ES is down. Okay? That's a big difference. So we are clearly down. Now look also where we closed. Literally sitting on that trend line that we were below all last year. We've been above it though we closed above it now 5 weeks in a row. Are we going to get a bounce off of it? Are they going to hold this level? Well, remains to be seen. So the monthly is up, the weekly is down. Now ES got that weekly low, SPY didn't. The daily, down out of a 3-day balance. Look at where they're jammed in between. Below the 50, right above the 200, and also right on top of that trend line that we talked about in the weekly. Now, the volume today is the heaviest volume of the year already. It's 107 million. Our highest volume of the year was 104 coming into today. So don't go out and pop champagne. However, being down 1%, at least we got some decent volume on the tape. I mean, I want to see 150, 200 million, 107 million. I mean, we might end up doing 115 million with the after hours. But again, certainly nothing to write home about just yet. I hope you had a great day and a great week trading. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll speak prior to the opening on Monday.